Let me address a couple of things that we certainly don't have control over, but want to address them. And I said this the other night when I was on a panel with Justin and Josh. If you've made up your mind that you don't care for me or for Seth, then odds are you're not going to be open in your way of thinking. You're probably not going to believe anything we say, which is perfectly fine. I can tell you that we are not guys that blatantly lie. I can tell you that when I started navigating through these YouTube streets, there was and still is three categories of creators. There's the creators that we don't care for or support, and there's good reason for that, and we don't attack them, nor do we go on panels and speak about them or mention them by name. There's creators that we support, and there's creators that we actually work with. And if any of you were in this situation and you were representing a mother or a father, you would definitively have those three categories. Now, maybe you wouldn't have those written down, and there is, in contrast to popular belief, there are no lists. There was a list put out by our Facebook admin person of creators that she supported, that she thought that we would support, and I haven't seen the list. Probably the list was close to being on point, but there has been no list put out by Seth or I. And people can move around amongst those three categories. So we can have somebody we work with and something goes sideways and now we don't care for them or support them. We can have somebody that we support and we get to know them over time and it becomes somebody that we work with. And there's 5 or 10 creators that were that way. We didn't work with them at the beginning, but we work with them now. But I can tell you, and if you are a creator that we work with, that we have regular communication with, I would appreciate it if you would put in the chat if you have ever gotten any sort of a packet from us, any sort of a directive from us, any sort of a.
You need to put a 1 in chat if you ever have.
Yeah, if you've ever got a packet or a demand or a twisted your arm or told you what to do or what to talk about, put a 1. If not, then put a 2, please. But again, people aren't going to believe people that they don't like or don't care for. That leads me to the next thing, and then I'll let Seth jump back in. If you have a clip of something I've said or something Seth said, then you have proof that was said. If you don't have that, then you don't have proof. And I would say the same thing for a creator that you may not care about. I think we owe them and everybody else the respect to judge people based off of what we see, not what we hear or feel. And I would encourage you to do that, not only with us, but with any other creator, good, bad, or indifferent. I think that these YouTube folks are full of this person did this or that, but there's no proof, there's no clips, there's no anything. So we're not, just like the world we live in, we're not always going to like everybody. But if you've got somebody in the community that you don't like, you don't have to speak poorly of them. You can just stay away from them. And I guess that's what we're asking. I know Seth and I are both very, very busy. And
I would like to say we have sent out flyers and bracelets and stuff of that sort. If you want to classify that as a packet, go ahead.
Yeah, but outside of that, there's been nothing like that. And I'll get into a couple other things later. But as far as everything that's going on out here right now, as always, we're not really going to address any of that. I can tell you there was a creator that I did get on a panel to address with Justin and Josh. And to this day, I've never had anybody reach out to me and ask me to contact the creator. And I've been open to a conversation with people I didn't even care for. I'm always open to have a conversation. So if you've tried to reach out to me to have a conversation as a creator, most of you know I've had that conversation, even if we didn't necessarily see eye to eye, and I'm always willing to have that. So, but let's be done with that. And Seth, you can jump back in.
And I would like to say we have sent out flyers and bracelets and stuff of that sort. If you want to classify that as a packet, go ahead.
Yeah.